Hello everyone, this is Dan Riely for Sports Talk. Last weekend, the XFL started again, a week after the Super Bowl. Now, it's clear this is a big risk given the failures of past leagues. As a matter of fact, I have doubts about this league too. It's tragic that so many start off trying to compete with the NFL for talent and a fan base, only to fold a short while later. I'm afraid this league will meet a similar fate. That said, I've thought for a while these alternative leagues serve a purpose. The ABA forced pro basketball to stay on its toes in the 70s, as have all these leagues challenging the NFL. I've never considered this before, and I have to say, I've been wrong about this. The NFL, NBA, and other major pro leagues have to take these challengers on to stay relevant. That's not to say alternate leagues to the NFL, NBA, and Major League Baseball wouldn't be worth succeeding. The thing is, many people, including myself, would love to see that happen. Let's get that out of the way right now. Problem is, though, those days ended back in the late 20th century. These failed football leagues do serve a purpose. They forced the NFL to adapt new ideas to improve its own game. The two-point conversion? That was stolen from a failed league back in the 70s. The Skycam? NFL broadcasts stole that one from the original XFL back in 2001, and that league was the biggest disaster of all. Same thing with basketball. The three-point line was stolen from the ABA. I'm not saying don't enjoy the new XFL. It's not that it's a wreck like its predecessor. It's actually a major improvement. It's just that this looks like another Hail Mary from Vince McMahon, pardon the pun. We don't see future Hall of Famers playing out there on weekends. That's the problem. What we should all hope is this gives guys a chance to show NFL scouts what they can do, and the NFL adapts the XFL's new kickoff rule so the play doesn't go extinct in their own league. That would be a great legacy for the new and improved XFL. If the new XFL became a spring complement to the NFL, I would welcome that little development with open arms. I just don't see that happening. This is capitalism at its best, no doubt about it. Someone trying to beat the most popular league in the United States at its own game. That would give us something to enjoy every spring. Every business major knows there's an element of risk involved in starting a new business. The founders of the NFL knew this a century ago. Steve Jobs knew this when he started Apple. The people who went to John Madden for a certain video game idea knew this all too well. Every new business forces the big guys to stay on their toes. The ABA did this back in the 70s. The new XFL is doing this to pro football now. The difference is a new pro sports league forces the big guys to adapt their game more than any other business. And it's much more of a public embarrassment than when a mom and pop shop goes under. We all love to see someone take on the big guy and win as far as business goes, but pro leagues never operate that way. That's just how it goes. It's a sad truth. Someday, the second XFL will probably leave a mark on the NFL's game. Maybe the kickoff rule, like I mentioned. We'll all look back on the league that inspired that idea. It'll be a fun trivia question, and you know what? That's enough. That's good enough. This is Dan Riely for Sports Talk. So long.